Jeez.
You should see my nude video from yesterday running around the airport.
Hey, guess what? We're live. I got that all. We're live.
No, we're not. By the way, we
I
are.
don't care, dude. I have nothing to hide, bro.
All right. Hey.
Are we actually live?
We're live.
Yes. Let me introduce everybody.
Okay, hold on. Let me introduce my pal here.
Okay, sure. Who's your pal? You have friends?
Introduce yourself. No, he's my assistant. He's my friend. He and his father and a bunch of his workers just totally redid my place, dude. We're going to do a tour of my place.
What's his name?
Introduce yourself, man.
Jorka King. You're live.
Hey, nice to meet you. I'm sorry you have to deal with this guy, with PJ.
That's all right. I love him. Awesome.
He loves me already, bro. We met 3 days ago.
I love it. Oh my God, it's a cuckoo's nest over there. I like that. I like that kid. Welcome to Fat Fish. I am Brad. Okay, I'm going to do this whole intro. Okay, here we go. Ready? And then you'll speak. Scumbag. Here we go. Hi, I'm Brad Grunny Grunberg, aka Snacks. Welcome to a very special show on Sunday, number 18. And that's Eric Fish Schneider. We're back. And we have this guy. You're going to love this guy.
No, you're not.
This is a guy that I met.
Love or hate, one or the other.
Meatballs 4. Say hello to PJ Marks. How about a nice hand? There we go. Yeah. Hey, thanks for being here. Thanks for being on the show. Look at you. Wait. New Jersey surf dude cap. Oh, Jesus, man.
One of my tenants is a jeweler, and I wasn't wearing any jewelry for the last 40. Wow, this is hard.
Those are mushrooms.
Dude, I'm a true believer. Lighting, please.
Yeah. Take a big hit of that and then pass it to Brad.
I'm gonna.
Brad's not hungry today, so take a hit of that and pass it to Brad.
Can you grab the goodie bag out of the cabinet? Cabinet.
Hey, PJ, pull up your pants, please. Okay, now. Look at this fucking guy. Oh no! Come on, man.
What? That was
wait a minute. You got a better ass than fucking Fish.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, he doesn't?
Okay.
No.
All right, I'm going to start by saying PJ Marks and I met long ago on a movie called Meatballs 4.
Correct.
I was an actor. Now, how the hell why did they hire your sorry ass? Okay. How did you get involved with that?
I was working at SeaWorld at the time. They opened a new show in San Diego. So this is all part of the story. Sorry if it's a long one, but it is what it is, right?
Sure.
So the show director was a piece of shit. I won't say his name, Gary Thompson.
Okay.
And he fucking lied to me and a bunch of other people to get us to San Diego. And then when we got, he said, "Oh, you're gonna do 2 shows a day. I know it's not a lot of money, but then you'll be able to surf the rest of the time, man. 5 shows a day during the week, 6 on weekends, and 7. I'm all backwards, man. I haven't even smoked any weed yet. 7 on weekends."
Now you said surf. By the way, that's how Eric got his name Fish, because I've never heard of this before. A Jewish surfer.
Oh no, there's plenty of Jewish surfers. There were some kids here, dude. I live in a predominantly Jewish area, Sephardic and Hasidic. All my tenants are Jewish. The whole community, Long Branch, New Jersey, Brighton Avenue. Oh God, here I go off on fucking 20 tangents.
Sorry, I'll bring you back.
It was named after Brighton Beach in London. West End is a part of London, I think. And this was the world's Long Branch, New Jersey, and Brighton Avenue was the world's premier oceanfront resort destination from 1870 to like the 1920s until the Garden State Parkway opened up and air travel. And then everything went to shit. You've heard of Asbury Park, Bruce?
No, that's Eric.
No, Bruce Springsteen. You heard of him?
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Okay. He lived in West End for like 20 years. West End was a hippie town. The building I'm sitting in now, my grandfather bought, was a parking lot. And there was this little tiny 8x8 shack in the corner, and it was a head shop.
Wow.
And there was another head shop right down the road. And I learned to surf here. The beach is 2 blocks away. It's sick, dude. Like, you want to go on a tour of the place? Should I keep talking?
No tours yet. No tours yet. I want to know a couple things about Meatballs. So you're at SeaWorld.
And the guy fucked me, and then I found out he fucked a bunch of other people. So I said, "Okay, you want to fuck with me? Let's go, buddy." So I did actually hurt my ankle. This one.
Ooh.
It still hurts, but it's okay.
Okay.
And so I milked it. I was better 2 weeks later, halfway through the summer. That was it. I didn't do any more shows because the guy was such a prick, right?
Can I step in for a second here, gentlemen? PJ, I'm just meeting you. Welcome to the show. Nice to meet you. How long have you been a sensitivity trainer? Because you're very calm.
My whole fucking life, dude.
Sinai. And by the way, I'm surfing because I love this guy. I love everything about this guy's attitude, the bong, the shirt. Do you know, PJ, in LA, Brad is the only guy 86 from Venice, Santa Monica, Zuma,
really?
Beach. He can't go in the water because it attracts all the the sea urchins are going to attack humans.
They love blubber, dude. Blubber's high calorie.
I think that bit went right in the toilet. By
the
way,
I heard Brad on Curb Your Enthusiasm that Brad was FAT positive.
Look at the smile on this guy.
Dude, have you ever seen a more purple bud in your life?
Oh my God, look at this.
Look at this flower.
Are you a drug dealer?
No. I only like Vermont, New York, New Jersey, Colorado. There's so much weed. There's so many shrooms around that I just I buy like a pound of everything at a time and just give it away.
Oh, that's nice.
All my friends.
Oh, you're like Santa Claus. Let me ask you this. Are those veneers? What are those, fake teeth or those
That's
real?
My buddy in Ecuador. I broke all my teeth skateboarding when I was like 10, and I've had like Bondo and this and that and crowns.
Oh, great.
My hang glider pilot friend, Paradise Air Sports in Groveland, Florida.
Is this guy crazy?
He goes, dude, you got to go see Raul in Ecuador. I
know Raul. He's been on the show. Great guy. Oh, he's great.
Dude, you should do something with him. He's not very good at English, but whatever.
By the way, I just want to let you know something, PJ. Charlie Sheen called. He wants his shirt back from Fish. Look at that fucking shirt he's wearing. Look at that. Huh?
I got.
Is that 2.5 million?
Yeah. What's down below? Nothing.
Oh, of course. This guy doesn't wear pants. What are you kidding me? Fuck.
Yeah, I didn't wear pants yesterday, did I? Where's that video?
By the way, PJ, we have a surprise for you. We want to show you a picture. There you are, buddy.
Yeah,
on Meatballs 4. What?
Wendell
look at the
Russell.
Jesus, what an actor! God, look at you. You're so method. You're De Niro.
You know how I got? Do you know how I got that part? Do you remember?
No, I wanted
the number 10. Logan needed a third judge. Sorry if I'm stepping on you, Brad. I'm you know me.
No, you're not. You're not. Bobby Logan, the director, the writer.
Was looking for the third judge. Sorry.
Of Meatballs 4. Yes. Oh, you were. And how did you get the part? Did you have to sleep with Bobby? Did you give him a hand job?
I would have blown him. I have no problem with that. But no, I had these
blown guys before, right?
I mean,
come on. Of course.
That doesn't make me gay, dude.
No.
I think the only way you're gay is if you're on your back, spread eagle, and someone's fucking pounding you.
So back to Meatballs.
Southwest Airlines is one of our sponsors. Nice to know that all the strip clubs in Las Vegas will be sponsoring us from now on. And
United we fly. United we stand. United we fly.
Exactly. So how did you get the fucking gig on Meatballs 4? Let's go back to that after you take the bomb.
Sorry, man.
Yeah. All right. No, it's okay. Don't say you're sorry.
So I would come in. So I'd come into work on crutches every week or so and walk around, act like my ankle still hurt. And all the guys in the show knew I was better. And they were like, you fucking lie. We know you're lying. I was like, yeah, whatever. What are you going to do? So I'm talking to the chick who answers the phone at SeaWorld. I go, hey, what's up? You know, just hanging around.
Oh, God.
Wardrobe change. Shit.
Yeah.
I need a Tack Waterman hat. I'm going to plug some people later. You let me know.
Yeah, definitely plug everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I talked to this chick. She's answering the phone. I'm like, what's going on? She goes, oh, I just got this call from this guy. He's making a movie. I go, give me that number. She was like, can't. I'll get fired. I go, just give me the fucking number. Come on, man. She gives me the number. They never talked to the show director who fucked me. I called the guy, hey, PJ Marks from SeaWorld. I heard you're, looking to do a movie. What do you need? He goes, I need everything. I said, I'll get you the boats. I'll get you the skis. I'll get you the wetsuits. I'll get you the jet skis. I'll get you the jet skiers. I'll get you the stunt people. I fucking got him everything, dude, because you know me. I just go.
I do. Unfortunately, I do. Yeah. So the rumor is.
So he goes, I need a tape of the show. We lost our writer. We have a new writer. Who was the writer? Do you remember?
Bob
or was
Logan
it Bob?
Yeah, Bob Logan. Yeah.
They didn't know anything about water.
And he directed. Yeah.
Yeah, literally nothing about water skiing. So I said, dude, I'm your man. What do you need? He goes, I need a tape of the show. My mom was there like the day before. I had a VHS in my hand. I said, if I overnight this to you, will that help? He goes, oh, fuck, that'll save me so much time. What was his name? Bruce, the unit production manager?
No, I don't know. You slept with him too. Yeah, I don't know him.
No, I just fucking did a good job, dude. I don't mind blowing.
Were you a technical advisor? Were you?
I was the water ski advisor, technically.
Oh, gotcha. That was your job. You got the part. And I heard something else about you.
Okay.
We had some beautiful women as actresses in the movie. You were creeping on some of them. Is that true?
Oh, I was creeping on every. Do you don't remember creeping on you, dude?
How about that one?
Look at that.
When you look like that. When you look like that, you get any chick you get. Now, if you zoom in, look at the teeth. This is how I got the judge part. See those little $2 teeth?
Really zoom in.
It was one canine, one canine and one square, and it was this big. I was dating this chick who was a dental assistant, and she made these ugly fucking buck teeth, and I would carry them around with me, just in case.
And they came in handy. Yeah.
So I go up to Bob, I got the teeth in, and I got a piece of cardboard, and I wrote the number 10 on it, and I went, ugh.
You got the part. Hey, Fish, is this guy great or what? So we want to show you something. This is so the question I have for you is, when you got there to Bass Lake, California, near Fresno, that's where we filmed. That was my first away game. Fish, that was my first away game.
More hats too.
I can't believe it. And
what do you mean it's your first away game?
I never went away to do a movie. My first away game, I was a young actor, and they put me on a plane, and they said, you're going to Bass Lake, California. I was excited because that's where John Candy filmed The Great Outdoors.
Oh, no shit. I don't think I ever knew that.
Yeah. And by the way, did you live in the party house with all the other actors? I was alone because I'm so method. I was
I think I asked for my own place.
Right. You lived in your car. So Fish, what do you think about this guy? I mean, this is pretty amazing, right?
He's like one of my customers.
So when I had my wakeboard camp in Florida,
tell us about that. Tell us about what you did after the movie. You're a great businessman. You had this great company. What are you looking for? Is somebody
in my office
robbing you? What are you doing? Okay.
That's my assistant. I'm asking him to give me shit.
He's a great guy. Get rid of him. Anyway.
Fire his ass.
Yeah, fire his ass. Take another bong hit. Anyway. What's this? Nice.
Goose. New jam band. Played 2 nights in Asbury last week. Fucking sick, dude. Check out Goose. Fireworks 23.
Hey, it's Gilligan.
Gilligan's. Yeah, there's Gilligan, yeah.
So, a little fateful trip.
So we met you. I remember that you creeped on Deborah Tucker.
No.
You made out with her.
She looked into my eyes, dude, and that was the end of it.
Oh, really? And
yeah, dude.
You said you were not a very good kisser. And then she got a restraining order against you. Still has it.
I'm good at that.
That was great. What was that?
Blowing, sucking.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you.
But I don't let him finish on me. It burns your eyes.
So tell us about after the movie. What did you do? You're like I said, you had this. We were in the Bahamas. Oh, is that your mom?
Yeah, dude. She was a pro water skier. There's another
group of pictures
on the floor in the office.
I know. Okay. So Charlie,
I told you I'd be hard to deal with.
This is good. So tell us about your businesses, what you've done, what you're doing now, all that good stuff.
So my first job was selling vegetables. My grandfather was a gardener. He came over from Italy.
Okay.
And I spent, he came over on a boat from Italy in the early 1900s with nothing, worked as a gardener on these estates in Elbron and Deal, which is a very, very wealthy part of the country. You have Long Branch, Elbron, which is part of Long Branch, Deal, Allenhurst, and then Asbury Park. Everyone's heard of Asbury Park, right?
Sure.
So he worked hard, saved his money, lived below his means, and eventually owned this building that I'm sitting in now. That when he died, went to my mom and my aunt. When my mom died, it went to me and my brother. I bought them out. I put $700,000 into it. It looks beautiful now. I got it fully rented out. I got great tenants. My life is like the American dream, bro. It's income producing assets. My grandfather used to say to me as a kid, Pete, Peter, I was named after Peter Falvo, my grandfather. You work for the money, and then the money works for you. And now the money's working for me, bro. All I do is fly airplane gliders. I took all my friends gliding yesterday.
Wow.
This friend of mine in a wheelchair, I took her surfing last week. I'm going to teach her how to hang glide at Paradise Air Sports in Florida. I know I left that story. I have 10 stories. Sorry.
You're doing great.
Where were we at?
What does PJ stand for?
Peter Jeffrey Marks.
I thought
it was a meta markup.
Junior? Oh, like Peter.
Pickle juice.
I like it. No, PJ Marks. I like it. It's it's what? That's kind of like a porn name. I like
that's
that.
my stage name. What is my porn name? Why don't you give me a porn name? I never had
a porn name right now. Fish, watch this. I'm going to give you a porn name. Tommy Salami. What do you think?
I'm not a Tommy. How about Petey? Something with Petey. I like Petey. Petey the Edie. Petey Edie Dickey.
We want to show you. So, Fish, do you have anything else to ask this guy? Because in the Meatballs world, that's what I want to know. The Meatballs world.
Well, obviously, this franchise that was the budget for the original film in '79 was 1.2 million. It made 70 million.
What? Nice.
Matt Craven, Chris Makepeace. I mean, look at some of the cast. That Kate Lynch was in this thing. I mean, and the one. If you remember the first film, remember Spaz? You ever watched the first film with Spaz? The fat guy?
I don't know if I really remember it. I wasn't really into those movies, to be honest.
Oh. Well, you should be, because it was a great movie. And the reason that it was called Meatballs, it was called Happy Campers. Meatballs 4 was
the original name.
Happy Campers. And then MGM bought the movie, and they had
MGM.
MGM. Do you know that?
MGM?
MGM.
Oh, I thought you said MJ. Okay, go ahead.
MJ. Oh, you like Michael Jordan?
No, I hear MJ, marijuana. MJ.
Oh, marijuana. Back to
medical
that.
Marijuana.
Okay. And that's how it became Meatballs 4, because everybody was familiar with the name. But Bobby Logan I still talk to Bobby.
Oh, yeah?
He told me not to have you on the show.
Yeah, of course. Does he remember me?
He does remember you.
Nice.
I said, no, he remembers everybody. That was so much fun. I learned so much. And by the way, Corey Feldman, a shout out to him. He taught me so much about being an actor. He was so cool. I'm still friends with him today.
Oh,
and it's a great movie. It really is a great movie.
Oh, dude, fucking Details Magazine. Did you ever read that?
No.
They called it possibly one of the worst movies of all time.
What do they know?
Yeah, well, you know why?
Why?
Look at this scene with Brad. This is
Wait, what are you doing?
Bye. Take care of you. I'm gonna really miss you folks. Neil, someday I want to be able to bring my kids to your camp.
You do that, son. It'll be here.
Jennifer.
Bye, Victor. I hope you had fun.
Thanks.
Oh, Victor, bye-bye.
You like my hair?
You look terrific.
I think I'm gonna miss you most of all, Ricky.
Gosh, I suddenly feel like I'm in the Wizard of Oz. Take your thing.
Oh, okay, no tongue, though, no tongue, Victor. Get out of here, come on, get out of here, go on.
Bye, Victor. Bye, Victor.
Bye, Vic. Hey, Victor! Where's your clothes, man?
Victor! Wait! Wait for me! Victor, I'll get us some good seats, okay?
Hey. Ew!
Hey, Ricky, think my mom's gonna like her?
I don't know, but your dad's gonna love her.
Bye!
Bye.
Well, another summer's come and gone.
Oh, how did you find? What did you do? How did you find that?
I found it.
Oh my goodness!
Did you see the mistake of me driving the boat because none of the actors could drive the boat?
I know it was.
And you see me in my hat and my.
You want to know a fun fact about that movie?
Yes,
give me all the scene. Yeah, that was the last scene. Corey, when they were doing Corey's POV and then my POV, Corey said to Christy, Tom, that was my love interest. She's so awesome.
Who, you?
Don't give him a kiss on the cheek.
How sweet was she?
She was the best.
The best. Dude. She was the best, nicest person on that movie.
Right?
You were the worst. No, I was the worst. You were right below me.
You still are. No.
Dude, I'm the worst. I get it.
But Corey said to her, he goes, "Hey, come on, Christy, give Victor Thigpen a real kiss." I swear to God, on the turnaround for Corey, she stuck her tongue down my throat. She starts making out with me.
Yeah, baby.
No, God's honest truth. One of the best kissers ever. And look, Fish heard that. He said, "I'm gone." No, but wasn't it a great time? Wasn't it a great time?
Dude, it was one of the best fucking times of my life, right?
I know. And you really are a great guy. So tell us some more about what's going on in your life now, tell us about that business in the Bahamas. Was it in the Bahamas?
No, I didn't have a business there. I bought a house. I was living in Florida. I had my wakeboard camp and I blew out my knee and just, I never was the same. I was getting older and I was like, I to get back to surfing. So actually I was driving a boat one day and this little amphibious airplane comes in, all this stuff, all the pictures and all the videos of this stuff are on my YouTube channel, Smoke and Mirrors Productions, and Facebook and all that, Instagram. But I see this little seaplane flying by and I'm like, oh, I'm getting one of those. So I tracked the guy down. He was in Orlando. It's called Progressive Aerodyne. The ship's called the Sea Ray. It's a 2-seat side by side. I'll try and find you a picture at some point. Maybe I can get my assistant, but we'll find it. And so I started flying again. I got my license in '89, but I took a break. I was wakeboarding, water skiing, all that. And then I looked at these maps and I'm looking at the Bahamas and the shape of the bathymetry it's called. It's like Hawaii. The reason the waves are so good in Hawaii because it's like this and the waves just come and there's nothing to stop them. When you have a shallow shelf and it's 100 feet deep, 20 miles an hour, the waves drag and lose energy. So I'm looking at the Bahamas and it just drops off like 8,000 feet and there's all these coral reefs. I'm like, there has to be surf. So I fly into Marsh Harbor, I land, I go into town, we're having a drink at a bar. I say, hey, I'm here to surf. And, everyone's like, oh, there's no surf in the Bahamas. There's no surf because everyone goes to Nassau and Freeport and those are the outer islands per se. So I ask a bartender, hey, I'm looking to surf. He goes, oh, go over to Hopetown and ask for Steve. So I get on the ferry, I go over to Hopetown with my girlfriend, Heather. And we land there and here comes this dirty surfer, no shoes. He's ripped up shorts. And I'm like, are you Steve? He goes, fuck are you? I go, oh, what was his name? Otto or something from the bar in Marsh Harbor said to look for you. I'm looking for a place to surf. He goes, come on, get in my truck. Where are you from? Florida. You party? I go, what do you mean? He's like, you smoke weed? I go, fuck yeah. Lights up a joint, gets me high, takes me to all the surf breaks. He goes, where are you staying tonight? I don't know. He goes, I got a beach house. You can have it.
What?
I was in Hopetown, Elbow Key, Bahamas.
Wow.
So then we go up to Nippers. There's this bar on an island called Guana Key, about 7 miles north of Marsh Harbor. And the ferries run, 5 times a day. So we get on the ferry to Marsh. We go to the ferry to Guana. And we pull up and there's dirt roads. It's the fucking crystal clear water. There's 3 surf breaks on this island. There's 3 or 4 in Hopetown. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? What have I just found? So I met this guy. I was a pilot. He had a resort right on the beach called Dolphin Beach Resort. And it was these sick little one-of-a-kind cabins. One had a swinging bed on ropes. Another one had this and that, but they were right on the ocean. And I learned early that if I bring shit over to the Bahamas, haul freight, not weed, you don't fuck with that. I didn't need to. That was okay. I had money. That you could trade with people. So this guy, Bruce, who's still a friend of mine today, Bruce McDaniel, was running Dolphin Beach Resort. And I would bring him TVs, building supplies. I ran dogs. I ran surfboards. TVs, everything they couldn't get in Guana Key because they don't have Home Depot or Lowe's. And I would haul shit over for people and I would trade.
That's great. And you did that for how long?
I went there first in 99. I left there probably 2010-ish maybe. My mom got sick in 2008 and died.
Sorry.
And then... yeah, that was a tough one. She was 77. She was young.
God bless her. We're talking about your mom.
So anyway, I made friends with him, brought him a bunch of kiteboards. I was partners with Tony Finn in the wakeboard camp at the time. He owned Liquid Force. That's how we started the wakeboard camp.
What is a wakeboard? What is that for our listeners?
Seriously?
No, I mean for our listeners. I know.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Well, so snow skiing, snowboarding. snow, winter. Think of summer, water skiing, wakeboarding. It's a snowboarding
okay.
behind a boat with a rope. And water skiing shot itself in the foot because it got too technical, too elitist. It was slalom courses and rope lengths and timing and jump ramps. And it was a very high barrier to entry. Like, think skateboarding. What do you need to skateboard? Fucking skateboard in the street, you're out.
Yeah.
So they kind of shot themselves in the foot. So Tony Finn designed and marketed the first wakeboard called the Scurfer. It was this roto-molded plastic piece of shit, foot straps. It was terrible. But of course, I'm riding it. I'm in Orlando hanging out at Ski World with Mike Chadwick. That was kind of the center of the water ski universe at the time, because World Publication, who had Water Ski Magazine, was in Winter Park right next door, and Lake Ivanhoe was right on I-4. It was like the main ski lake in town. So I'm hanging out there, I'm riding the Scurfer. All the water skiers like, oh, what are you idiots doing on these fucking stupid things? Blah, blah, blah. Dude, we fucking destroyed water skiing. Wakeboarding took off. All the water skiers, all these little potheads, surfer, skater kids, took all the contracts, all the promos, all the money, all the pro tour. Water skiing died, and wakeboarding fucking took off.
That's good. I want to get to one thing before we depart here. It's very important. The Burt Reynolds movie. Tell us about the was it a documentary that you did about Burt Reynolds? He's one of my favorites. And Fish, you love Burt, right? Smokey and the Bandit, one of the great actors of our time. I mean, he's the best.
How about I like him. Well, Boogie Nights is my favorite role he ever did.
Oh, he's amazing in Boogie Nights. So tell us about your relationship with Burt Reynolds and what you did with him before,
So Scott DuPont was a friend of mine in college. He went to Rollins, and I went to UCF. You're fine, man. You can cross the thing. Going through all this shit. I was like,
take another bong hit, please.
Me?
No, me. I'm kidding.
Oh, I can't help you there.
I know. I love you.
Microdosing mushrooms, dude. That's the new thing. Anyway, we'll get back to that.
So tell us about Burt Reynolds, please.
So Scott DuPont, friend of mine in college. I was a UCF water ski team. That's why I chose UCF.
You have friends? Okay.
You know what they call me?
I know.
Horrifying, yet awkwardly captivating.
Oh, good. So what did he put you in touch with Burt?
No, I think I put a message on Facebook or something like, I'm in Colorado. I'm looking for, I got a few bucks. I'm looking for something to do. And I get this message from Scott DuPont. He's literally a DuPont. He claims he's on the poor side of the DuPonts, but what does that mean? It's all relative, right?
Sure.
It's like the sweat on your aunt's ass. You know what they call that?
What?
Relative humidity.
Oh my God. Your aunt's ass. I love it. So did you end up doing this movie with Burt Reynolds?
So Scott calls me. He bullshits me. This fucking guy, Rick Pamplin, he's a fucking tool, lied to me up and down, left and right. And just told me, told me what I wanted to hear, took my money, and switched everything. Made it a religious movie. We had these. I went to the first half of the shooting. I was pretty ill at the time from the sleep apnea and the pain and all that shit. I wasn't functioning very well, but I went to the first half of the shooting. And dude, this guy was yelling at people. He's like, that's how Hollywood works. And, they had new equipment the first day. They're setting up their sound. And he's fucking standing over him, yelling at him. I took him aside. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Chill out. What's wrong with you? He's fucking cuckoo. I hate him. If you haven't noticed.
Let him go.
Say his name.
Yeah.
Don't work with Rick Pamplin. You want to sue? He can't sue me. He has no fucking money. Fucking loser. Anyway. Yeah, I'm doing the movie, blah, blah, blah. So I go down there to shoot. We have all these great interviews. It was a documentary. It was called Movie Money Confidential. It was a micro budget, $250 documentary about how to raise money for films. Everyone knows you go to Full Sail in Florida to learn how to make a movie. Mm-hmm. But how do you get the money? So it was us telling our stories, me telling how I got involved doing the book DVD from the wakeboard camp. The wakeboard camp was a shit business, but everyone's like, you got to do a DVD. So we did this 5-disc, 8-hour, 46 minutes wakeboarding instructional DVD. The first disc didn't even have, can you grab one? It's over there. The first DVD didn't have any wakeboarding in it. It was how to launch your boat, how to tie the rope, how to loop the rope, how to put your bindings on. Right. All that shit.
All right, there you go. Promote that. There you go. Beautiful.
It's done. It's done, but it's all over the internet. We gave them permission to use it because we didn't shoot it in HD. Lesson learned.
So
he left out. We had all these great interviews and all this great information, and he decided to do like 17 minutes on this chick who was like religious at St. Andrew. Dude,
he changed the deal halfway through the game. Yeah.
No, right in the beginning of the game, he just told me what I needed to hear and then fucked me for the rest of the time.
What's your message? What's your message to people who want to invest in films and stuff like that?
You got to have money to put into 10 films, and you hope one hits.
Okay.
And everyone told me that I'd get fucked by the distributor, and our distributors, they'll go, yeah, you make your movie, it'll make money, and your distributor's not going to pay you, and good luck getting the money. Remember I called you for an attorney?
I know, of course, man. I'm there for you. So in closing, I want to ask you this. What would you tell your younger self now that you're, where you are in that life? What would you tell your younger self?
It wouldn't matter because I wouldn't have listened.
Okay, there you go. And how do people find you on social? Are you on Facebook? Are you on?
Can you grab the QR codes, please? PJ Marks on Facebook.
Okay, beautiful.
Let me see. I can give you. Yeah. I didn't prepare that.
Are you on Instagram or Threads? Or
all the links on Facebook.
Okay, great. Oh my God, there we go. What is that?
Closer. Just so they can see the QR codes. I think that's Burt Reynolds' last interview trailer. Okay. And I think that is Movie Money Confidential. Do you want to scan that?
Very nice, man.
Facebook is PJ Marks. You'll see me. And the YouTube is Smoke and Mirrors Productions. There's two. Mine's the yellow one. There's a black one. There's a glider. All I do is like record my life now and what I do. And every once in a while, I get some really crazy shit. I got flipped over by a humpback whale. I chased it. First time I ever saw humpback whales in New Jersey, right down the street, feeding on bunkers. There's this great 4-minute video, explains the whole thing. I paddled so far out to sea, they said they couldn't see me anymore. And I come up and there's this humpback whale and I like touch him and he sensed me and he flipped me over and tried to hit me with his tail fluke. And I look up and there's a drone.
I hate when that happens. Yeah. PJ Marks, thank you so much, man, for being on the show. We're good, buddy. We're good.
How much time was that?
No, buddy, you did a good 32.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is good stuff, man. Any questions from our audience, Fish? For our guest?
Guy, they said, if this guy's, what's this one guy said? Whatever he's smoking's not working.
Oh no, I get stimulated by THC.
Okay.
A lot of people do.
I got a shout out to Bobby Logan, because if it wasn't for Bobby Logan and Meatballs 4, I would never have met you. You're a real character. And thank you for being on the show, and I will be in touch. And PJ, I love you, man. Stay safe, okay?
Thanks, brother.
All right, buddy.
Nice to meet you, Fish man.
You
See
too,
you
buddy.
at the next Fish show.
Yeah.
Do one.
Dead and Company this weekend. Don't miss that. John Mayer killing it.
We're all going to meet in Vegas, and we're going to go to Shucks Cafe, and then they're going to call the police.
Oh, Shucks Tavern, but it's okay.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah. I renamed it. That's very good. Take care, buddy. Thank you so much. I love you, man.
Hey, thanks for having me, Brad. Good to meet you, Fish.
Always, man. I'll be in touch. I love you, man. Wow. Are you okay?
Yeah, fine.
I love him. No, he's great. He is really he has a big heart. He really does. He's a great guy, man. Like you and me. He talked about his mother.
Yeah. That's it. Chuck's Tavern.
How was it last night, by the way?
It says great night last night. Great night.
Oh, that's great.
I got fun of because of my because of my shirt. But what are you gonna do? Anyways, Jesse Hearns, Tommy Hitman's Hearns' brother, my double. I don't know, man. They're making a movie about his life, so he wants to come on the show. We'll have him on.
Okay.
What a character this guy was, huh? Wow.
I haven't seen PJ in a long time, and I'm so glad we had him on the show. He is a real character. I mean, there's no other PJs in this world. They broke the mold for sure, right?
He's wound tight, brother. I'll tell you.
Yeah. That's why he smokes a lot of pot.
The only reaction I had
a lot of blonde hair
was basically this.
Attaboy.
$4 million. The city cops say $5. Your fans have not said anything, but they promise to break their silence.
Yeah.
Ray Liotta, man, we miss you, man. So I met him in the Fox commissary, and I used to wait on him, and I asked him this question. I said, "Hey, Ray, you know, in Field of Dreams, you spent a lot of time in the cornfields. I heard you were jerking off in there to a Playboy." He goes, "No, man, it was a hustler. He was the great. I would goof on him. He would goof on me. We love you, Ray. We miss you." That's so good, fellas.
PJ was something else. I didn't expect that, you know. But hey, there's a guy who's he's got to be close to our age, and he lives his life. He's a live wire. God bless him. You know, he's one of these guys. We had a guy in a pod. I won't mention names, but I had a guy in a previous podcast, Donnie Most, who if you ask him a question.
Ralph Mouth?
Yeah, he's a great guy. From tremendous humor.
Yeah, the best.
So we talked about this off camera, you and I, one time, that if I said to Brad, "What'd you do this morning?" I got up, I brushed my teeth, my dad hurt his hip, I walked into the wheelchair, we watched TV. Donnie Most would say, I got up, I went to the bathroom, there was a choice of Crest or Aquafresh. I couldn't figure out what toothbrush to use. They can't get so same with this PJ guy. It's hard to get from point A to point B and wrap it up. They go through the whole thing. And he brings up people I love people like that bring up people that we should know. This guy fucked me. And you know, if you know this guy, fuck you. He got fucked a lot, you know, but
he just says what's on his mind, which is great. You know, I love people like that. It's kind of like the line in in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, one of my favorite movies, and Steve Martin goes, "Does this story have a point or an ending?" Yeah.
Right.
But PJ, no, I loved his stories, and he's lived a very colorful life.
Sure has. Hey, I got to show you something. A couple of memes. I'm going to show you something that opened. I don't know if you're familiar with this new concert venue called the Sphere that opened up in Las Vegas. They did it. So imagine you're driving down the 15 and you see this. This is what you see. It's a giant sphere that's the size of any hotel, and it changes colors and views. And the other side of the sphere is an 18,000 seat arena, which already has its residency. U2, the great band with Bono and The Edge, they're going to open it up in August. When you come to town, I'm going to bring you over. Check this quick video out.
Wow.
So basically, when it first opened, just imagine the Strip. That's what you see as a venue. It had the moon, had an eye that was winking. It caused traffic accidents because you're, what the fuck is that? You know? Now, when you saw that, that's the many images that PJ Marks sees on a daily basis. I thought about that. I said, I gotta. So I'm doing stuff while you're talking to this guy. We're bouncing around today. We got a lot of stuff to get through in the next 20, 21 minutes. I love this. I love this picture of you. This is the Brad Grunberg. Went back and saw Brad Grunberg, Meatballs 4. Great actor, Corey Feldman. Great set. Look at this. Describe that.
That was a great night. My friend Jason Brooks took me to the world famous Hollywood Tropicana, and as a customer, and that's Robin. She danced for me, and wow, she was something special. and I ended up getting a job there as the MC for 15 years. Female mud wrestling. Yes, female mud wrestling. Hot oil and mud. Let me give you a little sample of. I was a comedian. I was looking for a job. My boy Jason Brooks said, we got to go to the Tropicana, man. And remember, you lived in LA. Remember in the LA Times sports section, they always had the little ad for the Tropicana. I don't know if you remember. Free admittance. Yeah. So I walked in, I was a customer, and then I came back, talked to the manager. I did 4 Mondays in a row, and the only thing that got me the job was if the bar was up. As you know, as a bartender, that's the most important thing, because that's all profit. So I got the job, and 15 years later, I had the best time of my life. My grandma came, all my friends. I met people that I still talk to today. And let me give you my little spiel. The bigger the bill, the bigger the thrill, the more money, the nicer the honey, the more greenery, the nicer the scenery. 7 nights a week, 365 days a year. Fuck Disneyland. This is the happiest place on earth, motherfuckers.
That's fucking great.
Is that great? That's what I remember. I must have said that.
That is fantastic. That's better than the entire interview we just had. That was fantastic.
No.
You know what? I love the fact that we talk about this all the time, how important your nanny was in your life. And the fact that you could bring her, there's a picture we had of you in a previous podcast. You're standing with your nanny with 50 girls that work at the Tropicana. You know, was she the typical yenta that tried to fix you up with any of these girls? Or did she ask you, Bradley, are any of these girls Jewish? Was that kind of?
Yeah,
no?
That was one. But the other thing she was so amazed by was my tips. You know, at the end of the night, I made 10% of all the girls I auctioned off to wrestle. So if $100, I get $10. So I would go over to my grandma, and she would count all my money. And she'd go, oh my goodness, look at that. You're making all that money? I go, yes, Nanny. She goes, you got to put it away for a rainy day. I should have listened to grandma. But no, it was the Hollywood Tropicana. It changed my life in so many ways, because I learned a lot about women. Nice guys are bad boys, right? Most of the girls like bad boys. And I was a nice guy. And I have a million stories I can tell. And celebrities came in, rock stars, everybody. Because that was like the one place people went to before, strip clubs were like, a dime a dozen. But it was special, and I miss it.
Well, of course. Well, but just think about what that meant to you, and those kind of memories are huge. And, and you said you learned. That's a great thing about being a bartender. Is my son said to me, Max, he says, Dad, what are you going to take away from this when you're all said and done? And I said, well, I'm doing it 42 years. I go to work every night and I meet new people and have different conversations. Not everyone in their job could say that. Don't care what you do, you meet new people and there's different conversations. Listen to this one's drama, and you're helping, laughing, joking, and before you know it, the 8 hours goes pretty quick. Got a couple of memes for you. Check this one out. I thought about you when I saw this. Okay, this is from AD. Where will you be when your diarrhea comes back? That's Brad. Look
at him. Oh my God. Oh, he's squeezing some cheese in there, man, right now. Look at his face.
That's the worst. How's that happen?
That's great.
I don't think it's possible to be in a hot tub with 2 women and your body works in that fashion, that the organs say, you know what? You're with 2 beautiful women in a hot tub and there could be some extracurricular activity going on. We're going to make you shit in the hot tub. Nah, I don't think it doesn't. Unless you're in Meatballs 5. All right, check this one out. I want you to read this. I thought it was great.
I bet aliens ride past Earth and lock their doors. I bet they do, man.
We
got some scary people on Earth, right?
Tough right now, man. I'll tell you, I don't want to get into that because, but you look, it's what's going on in our country right now with mass shootings. It's scary. It really,
God, man.
And for all our gun advocates, and I love guns, it's just, I don't know how I don't know how this is happening.
These people, I mean, I was a victim of
we know.
When I was shot at when I was 22 years old, and I lived because I slipped and fell like a fat guy, and I ran away, but they caught the guy. But again, there are too many guns, and it's just sad, man. Wrong place, wrong time. These innocent people, these kids, it breaks my heart, man. It really does.
Let's lighten it up a little bit. Then we'll get some family talk and some good stuff. This is happening right now. Of course, this guy who you told everyone to retire last year after 11 concussions, Tom Brady, he's now a very visible part of the Las Vegas nightlife. All right. Sure. Yeah. And we had a big party here for the Fanatics co-founder, Mike Rubin, out of Philadelphia. You know, Fanatics is the #1 gears, and the guy's made $13 billion. So there are a lot of rumors in TMZ, and I have some sources too, that not only did he hang out with this woman, they got up, they went to breakfast, they went to the beach, and they hung out the entire day. Is this the most eclectic couple that could ever be as far as opposites? But is this the most apropos? This, I'm not kidding. Check this out.
Oh no! Oh no! Yeah. Wow! Kim Kardashian and Tom Brady.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. That's scary.
It was with the what was the guy that played for the New Jersey Nets for a cup of coffee? Chris not Chris Jenner. Can't think of his last name. Reggie Bush. She had a nice long.
Oh my! She has been with yeah.
And now she.
What about me? What about me?
Well, you both have the same size ass, but about that, I mean,
I'm available.
I don't get. I mean, look, who am I to say? But Brady to me is a stud. You know, the way he handled himself. I know he's gotten some financial trouble with this old crypto stuff, but he'll bounce back from that. But
wait, you're going to pass a hat around for him? Come on, man.
No, yeah. There's no GoFundMe page.
No, I like Tom Brady. I like him a lot.
I like everything about the guy. I'm thinking it's tough because there was some controversial moments back in 2001 with the Raiders.
I just wish I don't know, you know, I wasn't in his marriage, you know, to his wife, but I just think I hope he doesn't come back. Is he you think he'll play for the Raiders? What do you think? I mean,
if he's into that,
I know. Oh God, that could be scary for him. I don't know. Do you notice one thing about the Kardashian girls? It doesn't end well.
No,
the guys they date, it never ends well. Look at Pete Davidson. Oh, he Vasmir.
Pete Davidson. Look at the slew.
I know.
But the fact that my hall pass is Kate Beckinsale, and he had that, and Pete Davidson. I don't know. I like the guy. I just saw there was the 6 episodes they did on it was Amazon or Hulu about. He produced it. It's about his life. And he's a fuck up. Okay.
He's had a lot of tragedy.
Like Pete Marks, but he's a great guy. But
he's a great guy. Lauren Francesca, my great buddy she was on our podcast. She knows him very well, and he is a solid guy.
Yeah, solid guy.
Staten Island, yeah.
But he's gotten involved with some. He likes to partake, and and it's affected his life. But even in this own documentary type. How would you say it? Because it's about he plays himself and he has his entourage. And Edie Falco plays his mother, and she's fantastic. Yeah. And she's sitting in a restaurant in the show, and she goes, "Did you know Marissa Tomei played me in The King of Staten Island? Can you believe that? It was brilliant." But you can see the guy's got demons, but got beautiful women. Brady is the kind of guy I think he's a player. I think he's like Jimmy Garoppolo. If you're tapping that, there's going to be 2 or 3 sisters or a mother involved also.
Yeah. All right.
You don't think?
You know what? Who knows? Who knows really what goes on? TMZ's incredible show. They get the gossip, man. They get it right off the presses. They get it when it's still wet, baby.
What are you thinking about? The NBA summer league blowing up, man? They're packing the Thomas and Mack, and it's $25 a ticket like it was a couple years ago. It's $150 to get into this thing just to watch these rookies play. The big kid, Victor Wembanyama, whatever his name is.
Oh, he's great.
Oh, my God.
He's going to be great for the NBA. He seems like a real good kid. I just hope he stays healthy, And did you hear, Pop signed a new contract to coach the San Antonio, 5 years, $80 million. Yeah.
I like Pop.
Yeah, I love Pop. What a great coach.
Steve Kerr's my favorite coach because not only is he a friend of yours, but he actually has such a great sense of humor that after a loss to the Clippers, a lot of coaches won't come out and talk to anyone. He's joking around with you, and I've always liked Steve Kerr. I like his Steve Kerr's story.
He's so humble. He's so humble.
Yeah. And
I like people that are successful, who are humble and grateful. I mean, whenever you see the 5 championships they won, all the fanfare and they're celebrating. He's always in the background. Always. He never likes to be. It's always about the players. He's just a great guy. He hasn't changed. I mean, I just saw him. He was just so humble. He met my friend Campy, and we just laughed after the game. It's just really cool.
You're like I said, you got a pulse on Hollywood, but this is something I think you've paid attention to also. It's a nice little subject. Can you believe all the firings at ESPN? I mean, Susie Colbert, Steve Young, Todd McShay, David Pollack, what's the one? Neil Everett. They fired like 30 people.
And Max Kellerman, right? They got rid of him.
Keyshawn Johnson, people that have been there for 15 to 20 years are gone, and they're saying their shows aren't making any money, but they didn't get away. They didn't get some of the big talent out of there.
I don't believe that. I don't believe what they're saying. Why they got rid? It's kind of like a company. They can replace two people with one salary. They get rid of Keyshawn Johnson, whatever they do. It's terrible. I mean, the only one I'm happy they got rid of was Van Gundy. I can't stand him. I never liked him as a coach or a color guy. He's terrible.
My favorite Van Gundy, you bring that up, is I got a YouTube for our next show. He's trying to break up a fight when he's coaching. And he jumps on Alonzo Mourning's leg and has to shake him off like it's a bug. Like you almost your calf. It's the funniest thing ever.
I remember that.
Yeah. I don't. Both Van Gundys could take I like Scott Van Pelt, but the Van Gundys.
Yeah, no, I like Scott. No, I like his brother, but I don't like Jeff. Jeff is just it's just something about him. I just and what he says, during the games, just
what's we didn't have when we grew up is that all these shows on ESPN, Fox Sports, CBS Sports, it's shock talk radio. They say things so you and I will talk about it. Can you believe Stephen A. Smith said this about white players in the NBA and black players, and they want to, because there's so much competition, they have to want to outdo each other, and it becomes sort of like that slam. It's called sensational journalism. Say something that could be half right, but let's see if we get your attention. Skip Bayless, long-time guy with Stephen A. Smith at ESPN, goes to Fox Sports. Shannon Sharp quits the show. They can't find anybody that wants to work with the guy, so they have to put the show on hiatus. I know a guy who wants to work with the guy because he's going to get a job after the PJ Marks fiasco. He can do it.
I do. I like Stephen A. Smith. I like him. I really do. I've always liked him. I like Charles Barkley. I like these guys who speak the truth. I mean, not everything they say I agree with, but I still like them.
Oh, Barkley's kind of like you. Barkley's nuts. Barkley will go on TNT during the hockey. He's in a hockey studio and says, I can imitation the guy, but he goes, I don't know why everyone's watching basketball. The hockey's great, and he played basketball and he works for TNT. There's certain whales that come to this town that are known for being great tippers. Dennis Rodman, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Jimmy Johnson. All right. And Charles Barkley is huge. Okay.
Big tipper. Yep.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Do you know the biggest scumbag? I've lived in this town for 30 years. The biggest scumbag ever? We have a show called Mark and Mercedes in the morning, sort of like what you have in LA with who's ever on the morning shows like KLOS. Could be, Brad and Fish doing their morning show and talking about Hollywood. We have Mark and Mercedes show, and they said, who do you think the biggest scumbag is that comes to Las Vegas throughout all the years? All right. He's banned from 7 hotels. He's 86. You'll never guess who it is. You want to take a wild guess who it is? Who's we looking at?
I was just looking
at Grubhub delivering.
Who is the scumbag?
Who's the biggest scum? I'll give you a hint. Big commercial star. Commercials.
Big commercial star.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Think about your big commercials. Flo from Progressive, Jake from State Farm. I'll tell you. This guy would walk into places like the Rio and the Palms and MGM Grand and goes, do you know the fuck I am?
Oh, no.
Jared from the Subway commercials. And now he's...
What? Oh, yes.
Now he's in child porn. He would play blackjack, and if he missed a hand, he'd tip the table over, throw the chips at the fucking dealers.
What?
He was a jerk off. I mean, I'm just going by what I've done my research on this, and now he's in jail. He's in prison. Because
I know. He's a real scumbag. Oh, good. He'll be there for a long time. there's a guy who got a break because he was a fat guy and he lost a lot of weight eating Subway, and to treat people like that, shame.
Do you know who I am? Yeah.
Yeah. Who am I? Yeah. Who the fuck are you, man?
I know what you had. You had a turkey sub with no tomatoes and extra cilantro, which sounds good to Brad right now. That's what Brad was looking for.
I like to be the new Jared. You know what I'm saying? But the nice Jared. No, he got what he deserved, man. That's some weird and some sick shit, man.
You got but we have a lot
of files, man. Oh God, man.
Hey, before we get out of here, because I could chop it up with you for 2 hours just talking about life. But give us an update. Brad's dad is 91 years old. Just celebrated his birthday. Showed you the pic last week of Jerry. Guy gets out of the shower and he breaks his tibia. Because when you're 91, your body isn't what it was when you're in your 30s. So give us an update on your pops.
Yeah, I was.
Talk about that experience to tell people. Real quick. Talk about the 7 hours in the ER.
Yeah. So Dad was taking a shower. I help him. I don't go in the shower with him, but I just watch him and help him out of the shower, help him in the shower, and it's a lot of fun. No, I love my dad. So he steps out, and I told him exactly where to step, and he stepped to the side. He slipped. I grabbed him, and he twisted his ankle, but he cracked his tibia. So I had to take him to the ER, and 7 hours there. They did a wonderful physician's assistant named Sherry Bay. She did 3 an X-ray, an MRI, then a CAT scan, and that showed the crack. But thank goodness he had an infection, and he's on antibiotic. And now he was in a wheelchair. Now he's back on his walker and loving life. So I'm very grateful and very blessed. So Dad's in good shape, and he's tough, man. This guy's tough. So I'm just very thankful.
I can tell he's not a complainer, No.
He gets frustrated because I do a lot for him, and I love him. That's what it's all about. Your parents raise you, and you have great parents, and your mom, and you took care of your family, and I take care of mine because it's all about the upbringing. If they took care of me, I'm going to take care of them, right?
Yeah. Well, when you came out of you crawled through your mother's legs, she's the first one to wipe your ass.
I love when you say that.
You talk about, not being in the shower with your dad. Who cares if you're in the shower with your dad? Just if he says to you, Brad, that's not a pillow. You could think about Steve Martin.
Back to my favorite movie.
I love the fact that you caretake for your parents. We bring it up on almost every podcast. I don't care if people think it's something. And I'm not kissing your ass on that thing, no pun intended. I think it's great. You're right. They brought you into this world. Jerry and Sandy brought you and your brother and your sister into this world, and you're giving back, and they do too. And I think that's a lost part of our soul right now. We tend to put our parents right away into homes. That's great. I mean, they have to. I mean,
I agree. I mean, when you live your life, you live through your grandkids, you live through your kids. That's what it's all about. And when you throw your parents away and in a home or wherever you put them, shame on you. Shame on you. They brought you into the world. I love the crawl between the legs. Can you imagine PJ Marks crawling out from his mother's legs?
He jumped out and jumped on the chandelier.
No, on a wakeboard. That's what he did. He went right on a wakeboard.
Wow, what a kid. He doesn't have kids, does he?
No, I don't.
Thank God.
No, he does not. No. He's a kid, man. You saw. We want to thank PJ. We want to thank PJ. Number 18 in the books. Fish, I love it, man. I love it. I love you. I'm Brad Grunny Grunberg, a.k.a. Snacks. And that's Eric Fish Schneider.
It's Snyder. It's Snyder.
Oh, yeah, Snyder. I did say that, didn't I?
It's Snyder.
There it is. Snyder. Schneider.
Schneider is Pat Harrington in One Day at a Time.
Pat Harrington. Aren't you Pat Harrington?
I'm not Pat Harrington. No. You remember that show? How the hell? I love these sitcoms. Real quick, I want 40 seconds. You don't want to jump on this one. All these fucking sitcoms. You got this guy with the beautiful woman and Bonnie Franklin and 2 gorgeous daughters. There's no flirting. How the fuck does Gilligan and the skipper on a deserted island with horny Ginger and Marianne? Down Wells is the first woman to have a belly button showing. There's no sex scenes. I can't take it. That's the 60s. You get away with this shit.
I wasn't on the island. I wasn't on the island, but it is what it is.
If I was Gilligan and you were Skipper, and we had those two girls, we would have killed the hells off, got rid of the professor, and had orgies every night and eating coconuts and having crab. That's it. Why the fuck would you get off the island?
I
Sorry.
love you. Hey, I love you. Domino's just came. I gotta go. We'll see you next week on Fat Fish.